Let's take a look at oil today. One of the first things I want to note is that oil seems to trade pretty consistently on resistance zones. Um, so here's a perfect example. Coming out of the March low, this was a 3-year cycle low in the CRB. It's also, I think, the beginning of a secular bull market in commodities and an inflationary phase. But the first push up in oil reached this resistance zone here, and then we dropped down into a larger degree intermediate cycle low. And then we got our second advancing intermediate cycle. The first push made it up to this resistance zone here at about 65, and then we get a correction down into a daily cycle low, and then one more push up to this major resistance here at about 77, and then that's where we get our larger degree intermediate correction. And now we're in the advancing phase of the third intermediate cycle. It's still very young. We're only 9 weeks into this cycle. This cycle here lasted 35 weeks before we even got the intermediate top. So I don't know that this one will last that long, but I don't think at nine weeks next week, I don't think you need to worry about an intermediate top. But we are going to have a daily cycle top, something that gives us one of these quick little corrections. They last anywhere from 5 to 10 days, and then the rally resumes. But we're going to be due for one of those here. Now, you got several resistance zones. You remember I noted that oil trades on resistance zones. So here's our resistance zones. We got one at 84, so we're getting pretty close to that. We got another one here at about 86, and then another one at 91. You know, anyone's guess as to which one of these might stop this first daily cycle and then give us a minor profit-taking event. Again, something that only lasts maybe 5 to 10 days, and then you get the next leg up. But any one of these is a potential zone for that cycle to top. And then we'll have the advancing phase of a second daily cycle, and that should break through whatever resistance zone turns us back down. And I tend to think that I think we're going to at least get to 91. Especially considering we're in a vertical move, and that's been my prediction, that energy was going to be the next commodity that would produce a vertical move, similar to lumber and tin and coal and natural gas, and the commodity market's just going crazy. So oil was my prediction for the next one, and it looks like it's playing out. So I think I'm positive we're going to get through this, probably this one, and maybe this one before this intermediate cycle tops. And I think there's maybe a 50-50 chance that oil could even get to $100 before a top. And I'm going to take a guess and say mid-January to mid-February, we will probably get our intermediate top, and then we'll have to have a larger degree profit-taking event, something that looks like this. But other than just a minor daily cycle low being due here sometime soon, I think there's a lot of potential still here in the energy market, especially as we have supply problems and we're moving into winter.